So as usual, the weather was wrong. I said it was going to be sunny. It's not. It's gray. It even rained a little bit, just a little shower. You know, a couple drizzles and that. They don't even know the day of what the weather is going to be. Tune in tomorrow to find out what happened today. So anyway, I'm just out on a little walk here, but I finally found Shel Silverstein. And he's right here. That's where Shel Silverstein is. For some reason, sidewalk ends. Now, a couple of weird things. Now, their lawn is up much higher than the lawn here, and there's like this retaining wall business. Like, you can't just figure the lawn's out. And then why does the sidewalk disappear? Which is really peculiar. It's almost as if this house decided that when the town said we're putting in sidewalks, they gave them an option of going with the town, which was the cheaper option, or you could have your own guy do it. And they went for their own guy, which is why it's like narrow and spalling and falling apart. I don't know. They have a panoply on a steak in original 1973 paint. You don't see those anymore. Weirdly black-topped area by the street that needs to be redone a little bit. Just a little bit. Water pit and shut off in their own driveway. I wonder if other houses on this block have that. I've noticed that. Yeah, this might be it. They have a water pit too. The streets that run east and west don't have those in the homeowner's lawn. The streets that run north and south do. Just weird. Nobody will be able to ever answer why. So as you already know, these are weird anomalies around the neighborhood. Strange shit that I've noticed that nobody else would give a second thought to. Like the very narrow curb and very narrow apron that's over here. We have a mailbox standing there instead of on the house. Then there's this when you hit the crosswalks, although this is code now to have this raised bumpy area. Never had it in my town, so it's kind of weird in that regard. I don't know why there was black shit all over it. This is what I'm paying taxes for right here, so they can get the roads in this condition. And more of this pink shit here. The weird how the sidewalk just bumps out. And the manhole cover in the sidewalk. That's rare. Growing up, everybody knew someone who lived in a house that looked just like this, with the brown and yellow motif and the chain link fence, but nobody ever went there. Very strange. And yet, once again, the new style shit, but the old drain. We all also knew somebody who lived in a house like this, decked out in the 1980s wood, the new for 1980s windows on the side, and especially if you had the windows over the door in the glass block with the herringbone looking pattern like that. Oh yeah. Plus the raised front. Like, this has not been touched since 1985, most likely. I'm just guessing here. I don't know when this house was built or redone. Just sort of at the end. Let's see what's here. Weeds encroaching the sidewalk. Then a weird drain. Just doesn't look like anything else. Just there. What is it draining into? Here's a drain. There's one. Why another? What the fuck? This guy's got a weird driveway where it's kind of steep to start with, and then right there's a little like ramp up into the driveway. Do you imagine rolling down that? This isn't even that steep, but for here it is. Early 1960s through mid 1970s grandma type house. So you enter. It's just open in here, the garage. That's all you see. Everything else is just walled off. It's got an H at the top. That's old school, right? And the barbecue and patio table and a little overhang from the garage. And it's all cordoned off with these privacy bushes like this, where you can't see in unless you really try, in which case they're gonna know. And then suddenly a break to the one door, and then it keeps going, and you keep going around, and then we have two other weird things. The grandma windows on the right there, and even on the left there, you know, kind of weird. But look at the drain. What the shit with this? Why is the cover off? And across the street they also have the same one. Why isn't it in the middle? This is totally wrong. Who did this? I never authorized this. Oh, a birdie. There's a birdie. The wildlife, ladies and gentlemen. The wildlife. A red-breasted robin. Where's Batman? There are like no trees here. Just totally open sky. Kind of neat. Extra wide over here. Different block, but even so. Do not enter. This is the Easter display. What the shit? Why would you put the number on the steps? Oh, we use the side door, huh? And the odd architecture. Look at the plain blue door and the fancier front door. It's the same door, just with the glass in it, but they open opposite ways. The one on the left is hinged on the right, and the one on the right is hinged on the left. So anyway, that was just some of the odd anomalies I've noticed around the neighborhood. I don't know. Do you have any strange looking things like that around by you? I just thought all those things looked weird. If you do, you might consider making a video about it and posting that in the comments. If you do post the link, I'll approve it. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.